Hello friends, I am Artyom and today I want to make a little excursion in Kazan. But we will visit today not a downtown, we are located in the biggest part of tourist destinations, but we will visit today a common micro-districts where living Russian middle class. We will visit today Azino neighborhood and Gorky neighborhood. Let's go check it! Both these micro-districts was fulfilled by usual Brezhnivka. Brezhnivka is a type of buildings, houses in Soviet Union, which was constructed at the period of last dictator was governing, Leonid Ilyich Brezhnev. Usually Brezhnivka consists of 9 floors and maybe sometimes of 10 floors. Maybe in your country you starting counting the floors from the ground floor, then the second floor, third floor, and etc. But we started counting at the first floor, then second floor and third and etc. Because of these houses were built for a long time ago, in their courtyards growing very tallest trees, and it's looking wonderful at least, and especially at the summertime. So trees at the yards making an atmosphere in there is very cozy, I think. So this May is very cold and rainy. Just only one day it was a temperature reached 20 degrees. It was, by the way, it was at 9th of May, and it's ridiculous, but in Siberia summer have already started approximately 3 weeks ago. My parents said from Tomsk, from West Siberia, but it's very hot and dry weather staying there. But here in European part of Russia, just only rain and cold. So take a look, this is lilac is gonna be blooming soon. What a fantastic one. So it's gonna be blooming really later than usual. Now I want to show an ordinary school in this micro-district. So generally I was saying you that this district was constructed at the time of 70s and 80s, but this school was constructed at the 97 year, and this is a relatively new one school at this micro-district, and its design is not atypical for the Soviet time. Take a view on a small towns at the roofs of this building. It's looking like a small minarets. Minarets, it's like a tiny mosque. So this school is have a very Tatar, not very, but looking like a little bit Tatar designed building. So, for example, this minarets is really typical for Tatar architecture. By the way, this school is Tatar English Gymnasium, and it's very typical for Kazan schools where children learning 3 languages: Russian, Tatar and English. And also take a view onto a kindergarten located nearly with this school. This design is looking very typical for the Soviet time. Simplicity and practicity were really in demand at the Soviet time, because just it led to save more money. So it's very typical when babushkas and maybe some of dads relax near the entrance. So entrance in Russian will be like a podъезд. Let's take a look how babushkas are relaxing. Relaxing babushkas. I think Bolton bankrupt will will be glad to see this picture. In Kazan constantly living approximately 1,200,000 of people. 50% of them are Tatars and 50% of them are Russians. And there is no difference where both of them are settling. Both of them settle with themselves together. and this microdistrict is not an exception of this rule. Do you want to find out how was looking common Soviet playground? Soviet playground also should have this stuff. This is special stuff for shaking out dust from the carpets, and carpets were really popular in the Soviet Union. And take a look on another stuff. So obviously it's looking like football goals, and sometimes children used it for playing football really, but relatively it's used for drying clothes. But nowadays no one almost used it by purpose. So this stuff looking like a special stuff for shaking out dust again, but it's not it. I think it was swings for attraction of children, and I think these swings require some repair. And let's look at this. Here is rocket. Sometimes in yards it might be found a rocket because of children made to feel themselves like a hero, like a Yuri Gagarin. Obviously, I'm not so strong like Vladimir Putin. Obviously, those neighborhoods looking like very typical for us, and that's why in those micro districts living so usual Russian middle class. But who is Russian usual middle class? So I think it's a person who get a salary approximately 50-70 thousand of rubles. If we take if we exchange into dollars, it will be approximately 800 to 100. I feel in some hunger, and I think it's a chance to show you where eating usual persons who live in here. Usually they're going to shawarma, or they're visiting canteens, for example, like this, translated like Dobrая столовая, translated like kind canteen. So let's try it. And you may collect here set like this, for example. So I collect potatoes puree with some a little bit some draniks, maybe Belarusian food, and maybe some chicken, Russian salad, herring undercoat, Ukrainian soup is solyanka, very typical for Ukraine, and Tatar pie. Sour cream in Russian will be like smetana, and this pie has a name in Russian smetannik. And it was cost me approximately 323 rubles per those we said. It will be approximately $4.50 if we will take a normal course of exchange. Bon appetit! The most common issues of those districts are lack of parking places. So when persons go home from the place where they're working, they're facing with trouble, but there is no area where you can park your car. And another trouble is remoteness from a city center, from a downtown, and it's taken away a very long time to get to a city center. But in Gorky it's existing an underground station of Dubravna, or Park Победы, the Victory Park translated. And in Kazan existing 11 underground stations. and Kazan Underground was opened only in 2005 year. It was honored to millennium anniversary of Kazan. Generally we are located nearly with the outskirts of the city, and this is the last one station of the Kazan Underground, Dubrovnik station, and also this is the last one station which was built in 2018 year, when it was the Football Champions Cup in Russia. Frequently babushkas are setting their local trading points near the underground entrance in chance to earn some money. The most ordinary Brezhnivka has a rectangle form, but in Gorky neighborhood there are a lot of different forms of houses. You can't see at all two similar houses with the same size nearly. But at the same time, you may also see the net structure of street buildings. It's looking like in USA or in Canada, but only houses have a lot of floors, not 2 or 1 like in USA, but 9 and more like Brezhnivkas. One more interesting feature of Kazan is co-living of 2 different religions, Christianity and Islam. That's why we can see here also churches and mosques. There is very short count of cities and towns in Russia when you can see in such neighborhoods churches and mosques very nearly to each other. If you like content like this and you want more videos from Russia, don't forget to like this video and type some comments below. It strengthens me a lot for making new videos for you. Sometimes in such districts appear in houses which has a design like a modern looking, but from my perspective this design is very flashily modern looking. Look at this. For example, this house. Absolutely incomprehensible design for me, and more incomprehensible for me that this house is like an ant hill. The living there is absolutely not cozy. Now I am going from Gorky neighborhood to Azino neighborhood. In sum, both these neighborhoods looking better than average Russian neighborhood with such a type in our city. Because of Kazan and maybe Yekaterinburg, the best cities in Russia, except Moscow and St. Petersburg from my perspective. The main difference between Azino and Gorky microdistricts, the construction time of both. If Gorky microdistricts were constructed in the 70s and 80s, but Azino were constructed at the time of 90s and the beginning of the 21st century. And one of the first houses in Azino were Turkish houses. They named in Turkish because of these houses were built by Turkish enterprises, and we have at least 2 such houses, but city administration didn't allow to build such houses because of low quality of those houses. Just for my short life, I was visited a lot of Russian cities, and Kazan has the most developed infrastructure for sorting of waste. For example, in every Kazan yard it might be found special case for plastic at least, and in some yards it might be found cases for sorting of glass even. Just to solve the issue of remoteness with neighborhoods from the city center, now here is constructing a new underground line, and I want to give you more curious information for you, because IKEA was purchasing in this project for 1 billion Russian rubles because of the last station of this line located nearly with IKEA market. But at the same time I want to calm you down, because this purchasing was far before the beginning of war. Generally, Azina looks the same like Gorky microdistrict, but roads in their yards looking a little bit better than in Gorky, just because of this microdistrict is younger than Gorky microdistrict. The clearest way to define the construction time of houses, you should to go to a yard and just see the height of trees. When higher tree, then older the houses of this yard. For example, trees in Azina less high than trees in Gorky microdistrict. Thank you friends for watching, subscribe my channel. The next video will be from the central part of Kazan. I think it will be interesting too. See you!